Time to turn things over to sports, and Aaron Strack here to take the helm for that, Aaron. And got the good news last week that the Lloydminster Bobcats are staying in town, and really good news for them. They can start looking towards the future.
Yeah, it didn't leave the team much time, though, to get ready for their spring camp. But it's one of those things where a lot of people don't want to come just because they're uncertain as to where the team is going to be. Now the team is here. We're ready for hockey season. It may seem like the season just ended, but the Lloydminster Bobcats are already back at it. The team held their spring camp this weekend with dozens of fresh faces looking to make an impression that could eventually lead to them cracking the opening day roster in the fall. Jack Haskins has the story.
The potential sale of the Bobcats in the early part of the offseason may have led to a reduced number of prospects at camp this year, but head coach Brian Curran doesn't seem concerned.
You know what? It's not too bad at all as far as, our numbers are down considerably from last year, but the bottom line is that we have some good players out here. There's several players that we like that we think we're going to bring back to our main camp.
The support shown when the community rallied behind the team during the potential relocation has enticed some players to try out for the Bobcats.
It's always fun to play in a place where there's fans that really support the team and come out and support you, and it'd be great if I had a chance to make the squad.
For a few players, this camp offers another chance for them to show off their skills.
I think I've improved throughout the season. I guess it's good to play your midget triple. It's faster than the Rem 15 AAA, so it's good to take another level up.
Curran is confident that his strong nucleus of players will allow him to have plenty of options when it comes to molding his team for the coming season.
We've got 17 returning players. Obviously, we're probably going to make a few moves or decisions we have to make because we have to have 6 young kids in our lineup, so we know we're going to have 6 new kids for sure, and we have to find some scoring this year. So there's going to be some moves and adjustments that have to be made.
Jack Haskins, Newcap Sports.
The Bonneville Pontiacs also hosted their spring camp this weekend as they are already gearing up for next year. As Clayton Brown reports, the Ponts are looking to build on the team's best regular season in franchise history.
All in all, it's a very difficult loss this year and probably the toughest one yet. But you take it like a man, you learn from it, you grow from it, and we'll be better for it.
It's been a month since the Bonneville Pontiacs' run for an AJHL championship came to a disappointing end. But the team is putting that behind them and looking to build on the positives.
We obviously not happy not getting past the second round. Our expectations are higher than that. But I think overall, when you reflect, we did a lot of real good things that we can build on. If we do, we're going to have a heck of a year next year.
This weekend, the team took its first step to preparing for next season, as nearly 100 players took part in the Pontiac Spring Camp.
It's a combination of things. Get them to see our town, get them to see our facility, get them to see so they get a feel of this is a place that they'd like to play, and then obviously we get that final look as players heading guys that we want to bring into main camp.
The Pontiacs lost some key leaders at the end of the year, and so head coach Chad Mercier will be turning to players like Ryan Kearns and Jake Towers to fill the void. Now management's main focus is to find the right players to fill those supporting roles.
We know in 2 years we're really going to lose some offense, and so the guys that we're playing in here, we want them to be able to have an impact with their play this year, but make sure that in 2 years' time that they can carry the torch.
The Pontiacs main camp will begin at the end of August. In Bonneville, Clayton Brown, Newcap Sports.
For mixed martial artists, fighting through injuries is part of the sport. Entering the cage a little banged up is always a risk after training at full speed. As Jacob Zare reports, one local fighter managed to put past the bumps and bruises at the last EFC event and hopes to be able to do it again this upcoming weekend.
At EFC 7 in Cold Lake last month, Nick Heynen was hoping for a quick finish, having decided to take the fight only a couple of weeks before. He managed to score a big takedown in the first round.
Landed in full mount and he gave me his back right away, and usually that body triangle that I had on him is money. Like, nobody gets out of that, and he didn't give up. He was gurgling, but he didn't give up.
His opponent was tough indeed and defended repeated submission attempts in both the first and second rounds before Heynen was able to trap one arm and torqued it until the ref stopped the bout on a verbal submission.
Push it away, Mark. Okay. No. Yeah, you can't. That's a verbal tap.
I was going to try and keep it on the feet, then he took me down and I reversed him, and yeah, he still didn't tap, he just screamed in pain into it. It was a key lock, and his other hand was trapped there.
Heynen's trainers at MMA United give him all credit for putting in the hours despite some injuries, and although he's won his first 2 fights on the ground, they have all confidence in his hands.
He's an aggressive guy. You know, he comes out, he works hard, really hard every day. He's got some bad knees that we've had to work through, some injuries, especially for his last fight. He only probably trained 5 days for his last fight, just because of the rehab for his knee. But this camp's going real well for him. His hands look real good. He's super strong. He's really exciting right now, really strong on his feet.
Heynen will be taking on Cold Lake's John Cowan this Saturday at EFC 8. Cowan won his last fight with a quick KO.
He's 2-0. He's knockout artist, basically. He knocked out Tony Styles on that last card in 17 seconds, and I was actually supposed to fight Tony, but I got injured and things switched up in the last minute. I kind of decided to fight again.
Heynen will take the fight wherever he needs to win, and knows he can expect a tough fight this weekend against an opponent who likes to bang.
I haven't seen a lot. I think he likes to throw the hands. I don't know how his Muay Thai is, so I'll probably beat up his legs and mix it up. Like I said before, I'm pretty confident everywhere.
EFC 8 will hit Lloydminster Civic Center this Saturday, April 23rd. Jacob Zaire, Newcap Sports.